Good people, come on, Mr. Tan Cow. So today we'll be doing integers. We'll be dealing with integers. So we'll start by talking about numbers. Then we mix our numbers with our variables. Okay. So we told the time when maybe we're doing grade 8, grade 9, that integers are whole numbers with their opposites. So now what you remember about your whole numbers? Your whole numbers are, they start with 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, up until what? Your positive infinity. So these numbers are what? From 1 up until positive infinity, these numbers are what? Are positive. Okay? So now when we say with their opposite, which means we're also including what? The negative numbers. So it's from negative infinity, and then -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, up until what? Positive infinity. So those are what? Integers. So we'll be adding our integers, we'll be multiplying our integers, we'll be subtracting our integers, and then we'll also be what? Dividing our integers. Okay, so before we do that, let's go straight to our questions now. Let's talk about adding and subtracting our integers. So whatever that we'll be doing now, since we'll be dealing with basic numbers, whatever that we'll be doing to our basic numbers is the same thing that we'll be doing now when we are having variables. Okay, so now adding, addition, and sub. Now that we are adding here, subtracting here. Okay, so now let's check. Let's start with adding. Number 1, so I'll say calculate following without using a calculator. So when they say without using a calculator, I'll tell you you should not use a calculator. You can use a calculator, but do not show them that you're using a calculator, like punching everything, then you get your answer. Right? So you must know how to work it out bit by bit. Okay. So number 1, I'll do this thing. I'll say 5 plus 7, 5 plus 2, which is simple. So now what do we do now? 5 plus 2, we all know, 5 plus 2 is what? 7. The time when we're dealing with our number, and can you see, 5 and positive 2, they're having the same sign. So if they're having the same sign on our number line from 5, we just add 2, 6, then we get to 7. Okay, so now if your answer is positive, there's no need to show this. Then now let's try this one maybe. If we say 5 plus 2 plus open bracket 3 plus 4. Okay, so now from our BODMAS, we're told that we have to start with what? Brackets. So now let's start with our brackets. What we should not use with our brackets, can you see? There's no number outside our bracket, so we are safe in this case. I want a number that should multiply anything that is in the bracket. So now let's go. So now we have the power to add these two, since we no plus, which means u2 no plus in these brackets, they are being separated. It's not the same as 2 into 3 plus 4. If it was something like this, if it was like this, we are not allowed to say 5 plus 2. Why? Because this 2 must multiply whatever that is inside the bracket first. Okay. So now let's check. So what is 5 plus 2? 5 plus 2 is 7. Plus, what is 3 plus 4? 3 plus 4 is what? It's 7 again. And our answer becomes what? 14. Okay. So now let's do this one same time. Okay? What should I do now? I should start with what? Start with my bracket. So I'm not allowed to say 5 plus 2 and say 7 into 3 plus 4 and then say 7. This would be incorrect. It's mathematically incorrect. So you'll be breaking our rules and maths. And then you know, when you break our rules and maths, so I'll have 5 plus 2. Utulo has to wait for whatever that is inside the bracket. So what is 3 plus 4? Which is what? 7. Then now we can say what? 5. Bracket means what? Times. So we are multiplying. Multiply. So now let's multiply. What is 2 times 7? 2 times 7 is what? It's 14. Then now what is 14 plus 5? 5 plus 14 is what? It's 19. That's how we do it. So now let's move to our subtraction. Okay, so now let's continue. We're now doing our subtraction. We'll start with the simplest one. Must learn to work it out without using a calculator. So what is 5 minus 2? So from 5 wako, what are we doing now? We're now moving to the left. 1, 2. So we'll move to 4, 3. So that's our answer is what? It's 3. Okay, that one was simple. Now let's check again. 5, number 2, it says 5 plus 3 minus 4 plus 7. Okay, so now we'll check. So it's important again. Let's say maybe we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Our terms are separated by a plus and minus. These are the only signs that separate terms. So now, how do you see a sign of a term? How do you see it? Is this term negative or positive? You just check the term, the sign that comes before a term, injured, is it positive or negative? So kahle singasho sithi inja nenja inomsila wayo, yabo? Okay, let's hope maybe it will make sense. Inja nenja inomsila wayo. So a sign that comes before a term, it goes with that term. Like if I ask, how is the sign of this 5? This 5 is what? Is positive because there is an imaginary positive now. Then what about the sign of 4? This 4. The sign of 4 is what? It's negative. Why? Because a sign that comes before 4 is what? It's negative. Okay. So now in this case, I'll prefer to do this one first. And then we can add these two. Or we can do it another way. It's fine. Okay. So now what is 5 plus 3? 5 plus 3 is what? It's 8. Some people, they'll say minus 4 plus 7. Then now they work out to 8 minus 4, which is what? 8 minus 4, it's 4 plus 7. Then 4 plus 7, which is what? It's 11. You can do that if you want. You'll get it correct. Or, if you want, 5 plus 3 is what? It's 8. And then minus 4 plus 7. Minus 4, this side, minus 4. And then you want to move 7 times. So it's minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 7 times. So minus 4 plus 7, you'll get what? Positive 3. You see that? And then now, what is 8 plus 3? 8 plus 3 will give you what? 11. Then still getting the same mark. Okay. So now, let's move to number 3. Our number 3 now, it says what? 4, 6 minus 4. Can you see we are having brackets, but what's happening with our brackets now? There's no number, so we are safe. There's no number, so we are very, very, very safe. Okay. So now let's try to answer our question. So in this case, I'll start with 6 minus 4. As I'm also dealing with my brackets. Okay. Now let's check. What is 6 minus 4? 6 minus 4 is 2 plus. What is 9 minus 5? 9 minus 5 is what? It's 4. Okay. So now let's check. How is the sign of this 4? This 4 is what? It's positive. So now, so we need this law now. A positive of a positive. Or a positive times a positive from our integers. What do you know about a positive times a positive? A positive times a positive is what? Is positive. So now if I say a positive of a positive, I'll get in a positive. So I'll have 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4, which is what? 6. Very important. Our integers. We'll be using this thing a lot. Okay. So now let's check number 4. So I'll do the same thing. 2, 10 plus 2. And then now I also have a bracket, but now what do I have outside my bracket? I have a negative. Very important. Negative is very important. So now let's check. I'll have what? 10 plus 2 is 12 minus, which is this minus, open bracket. 7 minus 11. Can you see? 7, I'm having a positive 7. And I'm moving to the left 11 times. Will I have a negative or a positive now? Can you see that? So some people, they don't want to accept what we can subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. So our answer in this case would be what? Negative. It's negative what? 7 minus 11 is what? It's negative 4. Our answer is what? It's negative 4. So it's negative 4. Negative 3, negative 4. Okay. So our answer is what? It's negative 4 minus 4. Then now, what do we see now? We have a bracket. What do you say about bracket? Multiplication. So this is about this one now. A negative of a negative of a negative. A negative of a negative is equals to positive. So now what does it mean? A negative of a negative is also a positive. So we can say negative times negative will give us what? Positive. So now let's check. Negative, this negative times that negative. What will be the answer? Positive. So I'll now have 12 plus what? Plus 4. So subtracting a negative is the same as 18. So our answer becomes what? 16. 12 plus 4, which is what? 16. Okay. And then we also have some other things which was additive. Additive inverse. So our additive inverse is just same number. What? Different signs. So that when we add them, get what? Get 0. For example, if I have negative 2, what is the additive inverse of negative 2? It's plus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 will give me what? 0. If I was having variables, I can have 3x. What is the additive inverse of 3x? It's minus 3x. So that I can get what? 0. So it's just same term with different signs. Okay, so I'll stop here with our addition and subtraction. Okay.